Hey everyone, it's Sarah with RegisteredNurseRN.com, and today I'm going to go over the stresses and the struggles of nursing school. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you are someone who's maybe considering going to nursing school, but you've heard all the horror stories and how stressful nursing school is, and you're sort of on the fence about it, and you want to see what other people are saying. Or you're a nursing student who's struggling, who's in the program right now, who's thinking about dropping out, and you need some words of encouragement and to be told you can get through this, because I went through the same thing. So I want to talk to you about the struggles I face and how I got through it. But first, let me go over a little bit of background information. I was in a BSN program, and I got in. The first semester went okay, but the second semester, it started getting really overwhelming and stressful. And I think I wasn't doing good on some of my exams, and I really started questioning if nursing was for me, because I have always wanted to be a nurse since I could have ever thought of being anything else. And I was this close to switching my major to social work and just leaving the nursing program entirely. But thankfully, my husband, he talked to me and showed me, you know, Sarah, you've always wanted to be a nurse. This is your calling. Don't get down and defeated. Don't let it consume you. So I didn't drop out, and I'm so glad I did, because it was worth it. And I ended up getting through it. And turns out everyone else was just as stressed as me and had just as much anxiety as I did, and they were going through the same thing. So I just want to let you know, you are completely normal. If you are that nursing student who's watching this video because you're stressed and you don't know if you're ever going to get through this, it is completely normal. So first, let's just go over the most common struggles and stresses you're going to face as a nursing student, because it's going to happen. The first thing is that you are juggling so much at one time. Nursing school requires a lot of effort. Either week, you're going to have an exam, you're going to have quizzes, you're going to have clinicals, you're going to have projects due. And when you throw that on top of, if you have children, if you have family obligations, if you have a job, if you have, you know, any chores to do, it's going to make you feel so overwhelmed. You're going to feel like you can't sleep. You're going to feel like you don't have any time or no life. That is completely normal. It's going to feel like that. Next, you're going to have difficulty finding time to study and meet grade requirements, because in nursing school, they have standards. You have to score at least a C or higher in your classes. You have to make sure that you're keeping your grades up, because if you have plans to go to graduate school, you want to score the best in those nursing school classes as you can. So there's a lot on you. And sometimes you'll have 2 or 3 tests in 1 week, and then you'll have to go to clinicals at the hospital. So not only are you having to study for those exams, and they're hard classes that require a lot of material, but you're also having to pull 8-hour, 10-hour shifts at a clinical site at a hospital. And if you're working on top of that, you feel like it's impossible, and you may find it's hard to keep your grades up and to keep studying. Next, another thing is keeping motivated. Whenever you're tired and you're overwhelmed, you feel like, wow, this is way too much on me. I can't do this. And you start to doubt yourself. You start to get stressed. You start to question it. And it's hard to keep motivated. So really having people in your life to help you is a big key, which I'm going to go over the solutions to all this stuff here in a second. And then the last thing is passing these proficiency exams. A lot of programs require that in order to advance to the other semesters, you have to pass certain proficiency exams, and if you don't, they hold you back. For instance, during it was called a mid-curricular. It was during like my second semester of my junior year or first semester of my junior year, we had to take and pass a HESI mid-curricular exam. We only had 2 tries to pass it, and if we didn't score a certain score, we were held back that whole semester while our friends got to go on to the next semester and graduate. So that was a lot of stress on us, because we not only had to do the mid-curricular exam, but we had to pass all of our other courses, go to clinicals, do projects, and be studying for this exam all in the same time. So it was extremely, extremely stressful. So there's a lot on you, and there's a lot expected on you during it. Now let's talk about how to get through all this, because I know I've probably stressed you out talking about all this stuff, but really you can get through that, and there are solutions. So let me share with you some tips on how to do it. Okay, First, what you've got to do is you've got to keep organized. That is the key to staying ahead of the game. I either recommend you get a physical planner, you can get them at Walmart, or you get an app on your phone where you can type in everything you need to do. And what you do at the beginning of every semester, your teacher will give you a syllabus. And the syllabus will tell you what dates tests are on, what day quizzes are on, what day projects are due, and things like that. So in that planner, you're going to put in all those dates for the whole 4 or 5 months, however long a semester is. And you're going to write in your clinical times, you're going to write in any family obligations you're going to have to do, anything like that. And every week you need to be processing a week ahead of everything you've got to get done. Say you need to study Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday you've got to take your kids to the dentist appointment. You need to make sure that you are using every second, every minute of your day useful, not being idle, but getting things done, because that is the key to getting through nursing school. Next, be prepared to make sacrifices. Now, if you're in an associate's degree program or a bachelor's degree program, associates usually takes 2 years, bachelor's takes 4 years. Let your family know, your friends, your family, tell them, hey, I'm in this nursing program, I really want to be a nurse, and I've got to dedicate my time and my effort into this. And I promise you, when this is over, we will be able to spend a lot more time, we'll be able to do a lot more things, because number one, I want to have more time, and number two, I want to have a little bit more money because I want to have a job. So please just work with me and help me do this, and make sure that you have the support to help you get through this, because you're going to need it. And let them understand that, we're not going to be able to do all these things we normally have, and this is just for a temporary time. Let them know that it's temporary, but it will get better. Next, evaluate your situation. Say that you're not in nursing school yet, but you want to go because you've always wanted to be a nurse. But make sure you're in a time in your life right now where you can dedicate your time to that. And if you're not, it's okay. You can wait a year, 2, maybe even 3, 4, and then go to the program. But make sure that you're in a time in your life where you're not having a lot of job obligations, where you have to work those 40 hours a week, or you have a newborn baby, or you have a lot of young children at home and you can't juggle it, or something like that. Whatever you can't handle right now in your life, make sure that you wait until you can handle it, because nursing school is going to require a lot of effort, and you want to make sure that you're in a good time in your life to be able to tolerate it. And one thing that I always done was that, and this is the next tip, is to take 1 day a week where you do nothing related to nursing school. This day for me was Sunday. I didn't think anything about nursing school, nothing about classes, nothing. Even though I had some projects coming up or anything, that was my 1 day to not think about it. And you have to have that, because it will make you feel so much better. It'll help decrease stress. It'll help relieve burnout. This is a day that you can catch up on chores around the house if that's what you choose. You can spend time with your family. You can go do something fun, get your hair cut, do a manicure, go shopping, something. But just do 1 day where you have to yourself, because you deserve it. Also, say that right now you're just too busy in your life. You can always consider going to nursing school part-time. A lot of programs, they have part-time programs where you don't have to go full-time. This will be easier for you because you take less classes. You won't have to juggle stuff as much, and you can always try that. And also, there's nights and weekends programs. Some nursing schools have those. So check the programs in your area and see if they have any programs like that, because that might help your situation a lot better. And also, last but not least, don't strive for perfection. Typically, us nurses, we are type A perfectionist personalities. That's just who we are. Majority of people I've met who are nurses are like that. But I learned early in nursing school that getting straight A's is not a necessity, and really it's a rare find to see someone who gets straight A's, and if they do, they are a genius, because it's just hard to do that. So remember, if you get a B or a C, it's not a big deal. You have to at least score a C in your nursing classes, because anything less than a C is not passing. But if you get a B or even a C, don't stress out about it, because in the end, RN or LPN doesn't have what your GPA was behind it. It doesn't say an A nurse, a B nurse, or a C nurse. It just says nurse. That's all that matters. So don't be so hard on yourself. Just be happy that you passed, because I know I was. Okay, now that was the stresses and struggles and stresses of nursing school. the beginning, I hope I didn't stress you out too much, and just let you know that those are some stresses and struggles that you may face, and those were some solutions that helped me get through it. You can get through it. I got through it. And now, just to have some fun, I really recommend that you go to my website, RegisteredNurseRN.com, and I have 2 quizzes on there. One is, will I make a good nurse? And you can take that quiz and see what you score. Or you can also take the quiz, will I pass nursing school? And it'll rate your ability based on how you answer the questions on if you'll do good in nursing school. And those links should pop up in this video. So thank you so much for watching, and please check out my other videos, Common Questions to Nursing School. And thank you so much, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel.